Hello and welcome to Chapter 5 of our Artificial Intelligence course. In this chapter, we are going to study one of the most important practical skills in the age of generative artificial intelligence: prompt engineering. This skill is critical for anyone wanting to get real value from AI. I am Jose Antonio Menendez. You may have access to ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, Claude, or another advanced AI platform. However, simply having access to these tools does not guarantee that you will obtain useful results. The secret lies in how you talk to them. In this chapter, you will learn what a prompt is, why prompt quality matters, the 7 principal elements of an effective prompt, how to assign roles and provide context, how to specify formats and constraints, how to use examples, and how to improve an unsuccessful response. Let us begin with the basic definition. A prompt is the information or instruction given to an artificial intelligence model to guide its response. Prompt engineering is the disciplined process of designing, testing, evaluating, and improving those instructions. A weak prompt often produces a generic answer. A strong prompt can produce a detailed report, a business analysis, a lesson plan, a software program, a marketing campaign, an executive presentation, or a structured solution to a complex problem. By the end of this chapter, you will not simply ask artificial intelligence random questions, you will know how to direct it professionally. The fundamental principle is, do not make the AI guess what you need. Explain what success looks like. Prompt design means creating an instruction that produces the desired response. Prompt engineering goes further. It is an iterative process involving defining the objective, writing, reviewing the output, identifying weaknesses, and refining the prompt. Generative AI models generate responses based on patterns learned during training and the information available in the conversation. They do not automatically know your private objectives, company policies, preferred writing style, or precise results. Suppose a manager enters, "Analyze our sales." The AI does not know which sales, what period, or what to compare. A better prompt specifies, "Analyze the attached monthly sales table for January through June 2026. Compare revenue and gross margin by region." The same artificial intelligence model can appear weak or powerful depending on the instructions it receives. To ensure consistency, we use a practical professional prompt formula built with 7 principal elements. Let's examine each one. The 7 elements of the prompt formula are: 1. Role. 2. Objective. 3. Context. 4. Input. 5. Requirements and constraints. 6. Output format, and 7. Validation criteria. When combined, these elements define what success looks like. Element 1 is the role. The role tells the AI what perspective or professional discipline it should use. Examples include, you are a financial analyst, you are an experienced cybersecurity consultant, or you are a customs compliance specialist. However, assigning a role does not transform the AI into an accountable professional. A stronger role instruction is highly specific. Instead of saying, "You are an expert," say, "You are a supply chain analyst experienced in inventory planning." Element 2 is the objective. The objective states exactly what the AI must accomplish. It should begin with a clear action verb. For example, summarize this report, identify root causes, create a training plan, or compare the 2 proposals. Clear action verbs to use include analyze, compare, classify, create, design, evaluate, explain, extract, identify, prioritize, recommend, rewrite, summarize, translate, and validate. Avoid mixing several unrelated objectives. Element 3 is context. Context explains the situation surrounding the task. For example, our company is a medium-sized textile manufacturer with spinning, dyeing, and retail operations. This sentence gives the AI an operating environment. Additional context might include the organization's size, the intended audience, the current problem, available resources, geographic location, and technical environment. Without context, the AI tends to provide generic information. Element 4 is input. The input is the material that the AI must process. It could include a document, a spreadsheet, an email, a meeting transcript, or a photograph. When supplying input, clearly separate it from instructions. For example, say, analyze the customer complaint provided between the tags marked "Begin complaint" and "End complaint." This reduces ambiguity about what is instruction and what is source material. Element 5 covers requirements and constraints. Requirements explain what the answer must contain, while constraints explain what it must avoid or limit. Good constraints reduce the number of possible interpretations. Requirements can include: use professional language, or include 3 examples. Constraints include: maximum 500 words. Do not use unexplained technical terminology, or do not make legal conclusions. Prioritize requirements if they conflict. Element 6 is output format. Specify how the response should be organized. You can request a report, an executive summary, a numbered procedure, a checklist, a table, a JSON structure, or a presentation outline. For example, say, return the result in a table with the columns: risk, probability, business impact, and mitigation action. Defining the format ensures the AI structures the answer exactly how you need it. Finally, element 7 is validation criteria. Validation criteria explain how the AI should review its own output before presenting it to you. This encourages the model to self-correct and verify details. For example, before returning the answer, verify that every recommendation is connected to a stated business problem, or check that the totals reconcile with the figures in the source table. This encourages a highly disciplined response. Let us examine several before and after examples to see how this formula functions in the real world. We will start with a common business scenario: writing an email about a shipping delay. A weak prompt says, write an email about the delay. An improved prompt defines the role, context, specific arrival date of August 12th, and constraints like keeping it under 180 words with a calm, helpful tone. Our second example comes from education. If you want to teach a complex technical concept, a basic prompt will give you a dry textbook definition. A structured prompt makes the lesson accessible. Instead of teach machine learning, we specify: explain machine learning to high school students using the analogy of recognizing apples and oranges. Explain training data, features, and errors, and include a 5-question quiz. In information technology, precision is everything. Asking an AI to fix code without giving guidelines can lead to complete code rewrites that change the program's actual logic. Let's see how to prevent this. An improved programming prompt instructs: review the Python code below. Identify syntax errors, logic errors, and security risks. Explain each issue before modifying, and do not change the program's intended output. For corporate management, high-level strategy requires deep, industry-specific context. Asking for a general strategy produces generic business advice. Specific constraints unlock actual consulting-level insights. An improved management prompt establishes the role. You are an enterprise AI transformation consultant. Develop a 12-month AI implementation strategy for a textile company, prioritizing 5 use cases with governance and pilot projects. Now let's look at another critical prompt engineering concept: the number of examples you provide to the AI model. This is categorized as zero-shot, one-shot, and few-shot prompting. Zero-shot means asking the model to perform a task without providing an example. One-shot provides exactly one example to establish the format, and few-shot provides several examples to demonstrate complex edge cases. Many users expect the first response from an AI to be perfect. However, a more effective approach is iterative prompting. This means improving the result through a sequence of focused conversational instructions. Instead of one giant initial prompt, you build progressively. First, ask for a general plan. Second, revise it with specific details. Third, prioritize projects. And fourth, convert the final plan into a structured roadmap. Sometimes you don't have enough information to write a complete prompt. In that situation, you can actually instruct the AI to identify missing information by asking you up to 10 questions first. You can instruct the model: before drafting the plan, ask me up to 10 questions about our systems and procedures. Do not write the final plan yet. This turns the AI into an interactive requirements assistant. A critical risk in generative AI is hallucination, which occurs when a model produces plausible-sounding but inaccurate or invented facts. Prompt engineering provides several techniques to reduce this risk. Technique 1. Restrict the source with answer using only the attached document. Technique 2. Require citations. Technique 3. Permit uncertainty with, if the answer is not supported, state insufficient information. And Technique 4. Separate facts. Let's look at more advanced techniques for data validation. For calculations and complex reasoning, we must instruct the AI to show its steps, which prevents the model from jumping to incorrect conclusions. Technique 5. Request current verification for active regulations. Technique 6. Ask for calculation steps. Technique 7. Request conflicting evidence. And Technique 8. Prioritize primary official sources. Always verify the underlying source. Modern AI systems can work with more than simple text questions. Depending on the platform, users may provide PDF documents, spreadsheets, meeting transcripts, source code, or photographs. Let's see how to prompt with them. When prompting with a spreadsheet, say, first, verify columns, calculate monthly revenue, highlight anomalies, but do not infer causes. For an image, describe only visible characteristics. Do not identify model unless label is readable. To help you apply these principles instantly, I have prepared a reusable professional prompt template that combines all 7 elements of our formula. You can shorten or expand this template for any project. The template reads, you are acting as a role. Your objective is to task, context, situation, input, material, requirements, 1, 2, 3, constraints, limitations, output format, structure, quality checks, verify conclusions. Let's look at a complete practical example of how this template transforms a real-world task. Imagine a company experiencing retail inventory problems. A weak prompt would be, use AI to improve inventory. A professional prompt defines the role, supply chain consultant. It details the context, 35 stores, 2 years of sales data by product and size. The task is to develop a 90-day pilot project for demand forecasting and inventory allocation. But a professional prompt doesn't stop there. It specifies exactly what the final output must contain, ensuring the AI delivers structured, actionable insights rather than a vague essay. Let's see the required format. The prompt requires a clear business problem statement, data required, data quality checks, proposed analytical approach, implementation steps, success metrics, and a 90-day schedule, presented as an executive summary and table. Now it is your turn to practice. I want you to take a weak prompt, something very simple that a casual user might write, and transform it into a professional, structured instruction using our formula. Let's look at the challenge. Your exercise is to transform the weak prompt. Create a marketing plan. Your professional version should specify a digital marketing strategist role, 6-month timeline, small New York customs brokerage business, and targeted lead generation channels. Let us conclude this chapter by summarizing the most important lessons. Prompt engineering is not about discovering magical words. It is the skill of communicating objectives, context, requirements, and quality expectations clearly. The 7 core lessons are: first, define the objective clearly. Second, provide enough context. Third, specify format. Fourth, use examples. Fifth, improve prompts iteratively. Sixth, identify uncertainty. And seventh, verify important outputs. A prompt gives direction, but the human remains responsible for evaluating the results. In the next chapter, we will move from theory to practical application in everyday workflows. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next chapter.